our target audience, like I told you, is either new investors or people switching from residential to commercial. So me and Jesse have never done a mobile home park in our life. A lot of our audience probably hasn't either. What would you like if you could say, go out to buy your first deal? This is what you should look for. It should be, whatever it is, 10 units or 20 units, or it should be in the city, out of the city. Give me a picture of what somebody should go out and hunt for on their first deal.
First of all, I would. It's hard for me to say that I would recommend a 10 space deal, because what I realized really quickly when we were buying mobile home parks is you don't gain economies of scale until you get about 50 units. So to hire a decent quality manager with some experience, you need about 50 units before the payroll can even be spread far enough to where it's affordable. So otherwise you're doing it yourself. So I don't think that there's a specific size, but if I was to tell my former self what size park should you start with, it would be at least 50 lots. I think that the advice that I would give to anybody who's getting into mobile home parks, but this would be true for any asset class, go underwrite 100 deals first. Don't buy anything. Go underwrite 100 deals. Now you could get 100 deals by just going on LoopNet or whatever Crexy or whatever platform you want to go on, and just type in mobile home park as your setting, and then just start looking at mobile home parks all over the United States. Don't worry about where they are. There is nuance in every asset class, but there's a lot of nuance in mobile home parks that you have to be able to get really familiar with. I can sniff test a deal in about 20 minutes. My business partner does extremely complex financial modeling. He can do that in about 2 hours. If a deal gets past the sniff test, then he does that, right? And that's getting down into the weeds with respect to percentage of property tax growth, in a specific market that requires research to discover what's going to happen, right? But there's so much nuance. If you just go buy a mobile home park, you're probably going to learn a ton of great lessons, and it's going to be expensive, and it might not be as profitable as you thought it was going to be. That's why I recommend the best education is free. It's just time. Go underwrite 100 of them. And if you look at enough of them, you'll start to recognize things. In my opinion, buying something that's listed publicly for sale is probably not going to be a good deal. I've not ever purchased a mobile home park that was publicly listed for sale. Everything is done off market. So in your backyard, there's an owner who owns a mobile home park, and he's not thinking about selling. But if you go have coffee with him, and you have coffee with him again, and you have coffee with him again, he'll probably sell. I mean, that's just how things go, right? When it boils down, it comes down to this. People love doing business with people they like. Yeah. You might be a really likable person. They don't know you. Prove it. They'll sell to you.
Yeah. That's such a good point and so true. Yeah. It's about relationship building. Yeah. Like how good of a relationship can you build with somebody and how quickly? And a lot of times it's not like just for gain. It's not just, I'm trying to build a relationship with this person only to get their property. Like a lot of times you actually end up learning a lot from those people. If it's an older investor, they can give you advice. And what we found is a lot of these older guys, they want to mentor somebody and give advice to somebody. And they like seeing younger guys who are hustling or getting after it. So, if somebody's newer and they go out there and ask for somebody's time to go to coffee, they like to see you asking questions about real estate. Mm-hmm. And then more importantly, they like to see you follow up with them, showing them, we actually did something with the advice. I think what people don't like is when you ask them for a bunch of advice and then a couple months later you're like, hey, did you do anything? And they're like, no, I didn't take any of your advice 100%. And I just sat there and did nothing with it.
Yeah. And that's a great point, Graham. I think to add on top of that is sometimes you build a friendship. You'd be surprised that what that turns into. Like it could end up being a mentor for you.